This is Francisco Bujan from vitalcoaching.com, and we are talking about dating success for women. The topic for this video is how to make it very easy for him to ask you out. If you have been, interested by a guy and you realize that he is interested as well, and you realize as well that he's not taking action, you sometimes wonder what is going on in his mind and why he's not actually taking the step and asking you out. So what I'm going to give you here in this video is a series of tips and strategies to handle that simply, and first understand what the resistances can be in him so that you can help him and help yourself overcome them. Okay? The first thing you have to realize and understand is that guys are afraid of rejection as much as women. They don't like rejection. If a guy goes and asks a girl for her phone number, there are about 80% chances that she will say no. And this is statistically, right? If a guy goes and asks 5 girls, there is probably maybe 1 or 2 who will say yes, but the other ones might say no for whatever reasons. Now, if you feel that this guy is a bit shy or afraid of rejection, here's what you can do. You can simply make it very clear that if he approaches you, you will say yes. And you can do that in various ways. You can establish eye contact first. Realize that you have a good connection with him. And then if you already know him, make it very clear to him. If he doesn't get the message, you can walk to him one day, you give him your number, and you just tell him, call me. I would love to have a drink with you one day. And you are not taking the step yet. You let him you give him the space to really take the action and ask you out. But you can make it very, very clear for him that if he asks you out, you will say yes. Okay? That's the first thing to realize. Overcome his fear of rejection. Another reason why guys sometimes will resist asking you out is because they believe it's going to be very complicated. I don't know if you have been in a relationship lately or if you had a breakup in the past, but sometimes after you had, a kind of turbulent relationship with somebody, very often you will think, okay, this is too complicated. And I can tell you, I know already quite a few guys who gave up on relationships altogether. They spent 5-10 years of their life simply refusing to go out with a woman again, simply because they think that it's going to be too complicated for them. And sometimes, you can meet somebody who is going to be very clingy or demanding or jealous. It simply makes your life very difficult. So if you want to overcome that, you have to put yourself first in a good light and make him realize that you are somebody who is fun and easy to be with. That you are not going to make a drama. You are not going to make a big, big mess out of a relationship if you are with him. That you are easygoing and that you are fun to be with. If he realizes that, if he realizes that you are a happy person and that you are not there to make problems, it will make it, of course, much easier for him to ask you out. So remember that. It's simply sometimes he believes that it's going to be complicated. That's the second reason why he might not take the step. The third reason is simply because his mind might be busy with something else. Very often a guy will have worries from work or sometimes health problems or something is going on in his life which simply keeps his mind busy, and he simply doesn't have the time or the energy to focus on dating somebody or simply asking you out. So if you notice that this is going on, the first thing you have to do is simply make sure that you are around at the right time. For instance, if you see somebody who is working, you work in the same office, for instance, or you know that person and you know where he is working, and you catch him when he is actually busy, very often the timing will be wrong and he's not going to have the space and the energy to ask you out. So timing is an essential part as well. Wait for the right moment to show up and that way it will be easier for him to take the step. Of course, one of the big reasons why a guy might resist asking you out is simply because he has already a girlfriend, a wife, or an ex who is still around, might be an ex who is still demanding, or he's still busy with that. Even if he says that he's single, that he's not committed, sometimes, guys will not tell the whole truth. They will simply say that they are free, but in fact, there might be somebody else in their life, and they don't mention her for one reason or another. Yeah, that's about it. You see that when you check all these resistances, most of them can be overcome. I mean, sometimes it's a matter of timing, sometimes it's a bit of waiting. I mean, if he's already in a committed relationship, this might be, of course, much more difficult. I would say if he's in that situation, take distance and find somebody else. That would be my number one advice. But in the other cases, especially if you have a guy who doesn't take initiative or is a bit shy, you can really make it very, very easy for him to take the step, and make sure that he understands that if he asks you out, you will say yes. And you can tell him, you can laugh, you can have fun, you can look at him, smile, and say, you know what? If one day you ask me out, I will say yes. It will be fun to go out with you one day, and then step out and let him take the initiative, choose the timing or something like that. But that would be the easiest step to take. Okay, I hope this will help you understand a bit how guys work, and also hope this gives you a boost, a power kick for your love life, and wish you lots of success with that. Take care and bye bye.